So if I made an entire video, I went and drove the car around and all that good stuff. But it turns out that I accidentally turned off the video before I started. I talked a whole bunch about a bunch of stuff. I don't remember what I said. And I didn't record any of it. So I'm going to go for this again. The car is idling right now. It's all warmed up. I'll get a sound of idling when I get home from the drive. But yeah, you guys have seen this issue right here with the line across the thing. All the other screens are all good and everything. Automatic lights work, seat heaters work, air conditioner works, heater works. All of the windows go up and down. Even that side view mirror, when you put it in reverse, it goes and angles down at the ground to give you a look at the curbs. So I'm gonna go spin it up a little bit so you guys can get a sense of the sound. Like, sorry, I don't have anybody with me to like really stick the phone out the window or anything, so it's gonna be hard to differentiate between wind noise and car noise, but this is the best I can do for right now. So here we go. I'm gonna shift to 3,000 right there into second. Get in the turning lane. And see what we can do. You can hear the car next to me idling better than I can hear my car. You hear that new idle noise, that's, I think, a Ford of some sort next to me. Alright, let's go. I'm in a low speed zone right now, so I'm not going to go very fast or very loud, but there's a 50 zone coming up here, so I'll try to spin it up a little bit. Like right now, 3,000 shift. That was about 30 miles an hour. That was second gear. Coming up here. Go. We're going to 45 zone. I'm in third gear, 3,000 at 45 miles an hour. Shifting down to fourth gear. Just under 45 miles an hour. I slowed down a little bit, running about 2,000 RPMs. Pretty low. Pretty low. There's definitely a little bit of shock noise, like the shocks. They're a little on the older side. Definitely some noise from them creaking around. It doesn't bother me, but just so you know. So looks like behind another Ford. But I'm going to make a U-turn and open it up here. So right now I'm at 3,000 RPM in third gear, 45 miles an hour. Trying to spin it up a little bit more. The car's nice and warm right now. I've tried to make a whole other video, so I warmed it up in that process. So I'll make a U-turn here, and I'm going to shift at about 6,000 RPM. The red line is 7,000. I'm not going to red line it, but I'll get it going a little bit. Spinning around. 5,700, 6,200, and I'm going to bring it back down just because I don't want to get arrested. So hopefully that was a good audio test. It spins up well. I wasn't flooring it just because of where we are. We're right next to a hospital where a lot of cops are, but I didn't want to spin it up still so you could hear the gradual inclination. records I have out, and make a video of those too. But so the car, for the first 7 years of the car's life, it was under both warranty and maintenance, extended maintenance contracts that were extended past the original ones of 4 years. So for the first 4 years, I was changing the oil at about the recommended distance. Like, I think almost every time it was like right on the button for the recommended distance, because I was living right by the dealership, and they would do it for free because of the contracts. They didn't want to do it too early. They didn't, and I didn't want to wait too late. Once the car got older and out of contract, I started changing the oil more frequently. It is 10W60 oil, and I have a pump also that I'll include with the car if you want it, so you can change the oil from the top. I don't need any more because I have a Tesla now, no oil. So it you can pump the oil out, and someone on the forum actually found out they could pump out more oil than it actually got out by draining it, which seems weird, but that's what someone said. But a lot of people on the forums are, saying that it's all good for pumping out the oil instead of having it drain from the bottom. And the oil filter is on top, so you can change the oil filter at the same time without getting under the car. It's really nice to be able to do that without getting under the car. It makes life a lot easier. And then what else was I talking about? So yeah, clutch was replaced at 85,000 miles, and it wasn't even slipping that bad. It just slipped a little bit, and I got it replaced. And they were actually said it had a pretty good life on it, but they'd already pulled it out. I swapped it out. This one hasn't slipped at all. I don't drive it hard. I don't drop the clutch. I don't do any sort of hard starts. Never tracked the car. I don't drag race the car. So the clutch is good. The drive shaft was rebuilt by the M shop in LA this past summer. It was clunking a little bit at high speeds and or low speeds, and there's a connector joint in there that they wanted to replace, and they did that. It's all good since then. I told you about the front rotors. And I think that's it as of late. So obviously I'm not going to have records for when I was changing the oil, but I'll pull out all the records I do have. Most of the stuff ends up in my glove box. I had a fuel pump replaced. It's underneath the back seat, oddly enough. There's an M specialty shop, I forget the name, down in Newport Beach. They replaced the fuel pump for me and serviced some things. And they've done some oil changes for me before I started changing my own oil. That's about it. The car is still straight on and no hands right now, just going straight. It still holds its balance. It's still a very balanced car. The road's starting to curve a little bit, so I gotta grab. But anything else? The wipers are good. I told you about one of the sprayers. It's kind of weak. The stereo is good. I like it a lot. Got good amount of bass, it's clarity. I would show you the iPhone dock feature, but I'm using the iPhone to record the video, and it'll even display the song titles up in dash if you have this set to the right mode, which is basically that it thinks that the CD changer is connected, and you can control the songs and volume through the steering wheel controls as if it was a CD changer. It's iPod only. It's not a USB connector for those of you on Android. I'm sure you could, I would think that you could figure out a way to do it with Android, but right now it's iPhone Lightning connector. And yeah, windshield's in pretty good shape. Like, no cracks, no nothing. I've told you that. I'll give you all the passwords and stuff for the dash. The dash cam creates its own Wi-Fi network that you then connect to get all the stuff off, or you can just pull the memory card. But yeah, the dash cam's up there. I probably could have pulled the dash cam video for this, but oh well. I don't think the audio is very good on the dash cam. But yeah, I'm about to pull back into the driveway, and then I'll get some idle noise. For those of you that wanted some idle noise, I'll get out of the car and go get some idle noise by the engine. Alright, pulling in. Using my blinker like a good BMW driver. Get a bad rap about the blinker stuff. All the park distance control things work. You can hear it beep there. So I'm close to that garage. Alright, so let's do this. Let's pull the handbrake nice and tight. Let's pull this thing off. Let's make sure we're not in gear. Let the clutch out. Make sure we're not going to roll back because we are at an incline. Pop the hood. Here we go. Nice and warm. And there you have it. There's the test drive.